What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Before I start talking about what I'm going to talk about in today's video, if you haven't seen the video from, I think it was like 2 weeks ago now, the last one that I posted, we took the orange truck here and Matt's Jeep out and we did some wheeling. And it's like, you know, normally when I post a wheeling video, it's probably like half talking about shit and then half actually, you know, doing some off-roading and stuff. But that whole video, it's like 30 minutes completely just off-road. So if you guys want to go see that, go ahead and check that out. Matt almost flipped his Jeep over and it was pretty interesting. But as you can tell, there's some marks in the driveway underneath the orange truck. We'll get to that in a second. But this, I brought the truck yesterday to get inspected and it passed, which is good. I posted a little thing on Instagram. I was like, hey, if it doesn't pass, then it's basically coming home and the axles are getting pulled out of it, and then I'm just gonna, you know, ship off my F250 axles, get them rebuilt, and then we'll just start doing it. But it passed, so we don't need to do it quite yet, which is because the thing is, I didn't really want to like say it needed brakes or say it needed, like, I don't know, U-joints, ball joints, stuff like that. Anything to do with the axles, really. It wouldn't make a lot of sense to fix these ones just to pull them out again. So, but yeah, we don't have to deal with that right now anyway because it passed. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, coming home from getting it inspected, there is a couple things that I need to fix on it, which I'll get to. One of which is the exhaust. It's obviously, you guys always talk shit about my exhaust. Yeah, it's gonna get fixed at some point. Don't worry about it. It'll get fixed, but I just don't feel like doing it. I am gonna re-weld it back up though, because the hanger's snapped there. The hanger right there is snapped, so it's pretty much just you know, wiggling around a lot. But on my way home from getting it inspected, that's really the only thing that needs to get fixed, by the way. I decided I was gonna fill my rear tank because yeah, I kind of put this new rear tank in it when we did all the body work and everything, and there's still mud up in here. I thought I got it all out, but we replaced the rear tank, or I replaced the rear tank when we did all the body work and stuff, and I just never really used it after that. I just didn't fill it because the filler neck, because of the body lift here, this rubber hose didn't exactly reach all the way. It reaches enough, and actually that's not even the problem, but it is leaking straight out of the top where there's that big O-ring for the sending unit. Yeah, I filled it quite a bit, and I was sitting there at the pump pumping gas into it, and I heard it leaking, and there was a giant puddle under me, and I was like, oh shit. So yeah, and then it leaked for like a couple hours, and I drove the truck around trying to, you know, burn some fuel, and now it's probably got like 3/4 of a tank in it, and then it stopped leaking. But that's definitely something that I'm gonna need to address. So if I wanted to pull it out, it's gonna be really freaking heavy. So yeah, like I don't even need to turn the key. It's got pretty much 3/4 of a tank in it. So yeah, that's one thing I'm gonna need to get fixed. So I'm not pouring gas all over the freaking ground. But other than that, I mean, yeah, she passed inspection. My tank wasn't full, so they didn't know about my fuel leak because I didn't even know about the fuel leak. But yeah. So anyway, probably what the title of this video is going to be is about the black truck. And if you guys remember, I did a video probably, I don't know, like 6 months ago when I actually got the truck, about how this truck has a sport mode. And there's like this little thing on the, man, this truck's dirty. I gotta clean it. It has a sport mode. So with the sport mode, you just basically push this little button right here twice, and it puts it into sport mode. So the video probably about 6 months ago when I got the truck was to see if sport mode would make you any faster in a straight line from a dig. And well, we found out that it doesn't. But what I did the other day is I decided to see how much sport mode would affect my gas mileage. And I was actually pretty surprised with the result that I got. So I was running 93 octane, which normally I put 87 in it, but I was kind of, reading up on it, and I guess you should be putting higher octane fuel in these trucks, even though Ford says you can run 87 in them. I guess like you're really supposed to be running like 89 or 91 or 93. So I put 93 in it, and I wanted to see how much sport mode would decrease my gas mileage. Because if you guys don't know, sport mode, I didn't know before. Obviously, when I did the first video, I had no freaking clue what sport mode did. But basically what it does, it keeps you in a lower gear so that when you get on the gas, it accelerates faster. So if you're like taking a corner, it'll be at like, I don't know, say you're going like 40 miles an hour, it'll be in 4th gear instead of being in 6th gear. So once you hit the gas, it'll accelerate quicker because it won't have to downshift, and it'll already be in the gear that it needs to be to start pulling again. So it runs at a higher RPM when it's in sport mode. And I was just wondering how much my gas mileage would decrease if I left it in sport mode all the time. So normally on regular 87 pump gas, this truck, oh, by the way, this truck has the 2.7 liter EcoBoost in it. Normally on regular 87 pump gas, I average about 22 miles per gallon, which really isn't bad. But it's actually pretty much exactly the same as what the new Ford Rangers are getting with the 2.3 liter EcoBoost. And that's a 4-cylinder in a mid-size truck, and this is a 6-cylinder in a full-size truck, and they get pretty much the same mileage. But anyway, I normally get around 22. So then I went ahead and I put 93 octane in it, which is pretty much, I know some places they don't have 93, they have 91 octane, but around here the premium gas is 93. So I put 93 in it, and I picked up a mile per gallon, so I was getting about 23 or so miles per gallon with 93. And then I decided I'd put it in sport mode, and I drove it probably 50 miles yesterday. Well, it wasn't yesterday, it was a couple days ago, but the truck's been parked for the last couple days. I haven't driven it since I did this test. So I put it in sport mode, and to my surprise, I'll show you guys what I got. Leave your comments down below what you think this truck got for mileage in sport mode. All right, because I was surprised. I did not expect it at all. All right, you can see engine is on, driver door jar. We got 55,000 miles, and freaking 27 miles per gallon in sport mode, which is not in sport mode right now. Last 30 minutes I was, yeah, you can pretty much see it's right about 27 miles per gallon, and that's really all it gives me for gas mileage stuff. You can see normally I get around 21.3 or 22. That's just on my trip meter, 21.4. But in sport mode, I got 26, and it's going down now because we're idling. But it was right around 27. So, yeah. So that's just something that I found. It's just something I found pretty interesting. that, you know, for whatever reason, in sport mode, it gets probably like another 5 or 6 miles per gallon over just running it not in sport mode with regular old 87 pump gas. I don't really know why that would be. So if anybody knows why I'm getting 5 to 6 miles per gallon better in sport mode with the engine being at a higher RPM, let me know. But the only thing that I could really think of for why it could possibly be getting better mileage in sport mode is just because it's not shifting as much. So like if I need to speed up or something, it's pretty much like right there on the throttle, and I don't need to push the gas as far and give it as much RPM to speed up, which really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's just kind of the only thing I could think of, is that since it's already at a higher RPM, if I need to pass somebody on the highway or something, that it would, I don't know, you hit the gas and it already kind of gets up to speed, and then you can get off the gas, but that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So I really have no clue why I'm getting 27 miles per gallon. You know, the funny thing is too, I was talking to Michael, all right, and he has a 2015 Ford Fusion with, I don't know, whatever EcoBoost motor they put in those. I think it's like it's not the 2.7, I think it's like a 2.3, kind of like I think it's a 2.3, I think that's what it is. But I guess he could also get them with a 2.7. I don't know exactly much about the Fusions. I really only know about what the trucks have. But he gets about 28 miles per gallon in his Fusion. And I'm getting 27 in this in sport mode. So, yeah, I don't know. If there's any Ford techs out there that want to let me know why that could be. Or if any of you guys have these trucks with the sport mode, and you guys want to do your own little test and leave it in the comments for how much miles per gallon you get in sport mode, yeah, just let me know, leave it in the comments, I guess. But I don't know, it's just something that I wanted to share with you guys because it really kind of confused me a little bit. Like, do I just want to drive it in sport mode all the time so I can get 27 miles per gallon instead of 22 miles per gallon? I mean, it's probably not the best thing for the transmission to run it in sport mode all the time. But then again, I really don't know. I'm not used to that kind of technology, really. I just know that in the older trucks, you put your foot on the floor and it goes forward, and there's no different modes or anything. But I don't know. If some of you guys run your truck in sport mode all the time, let me know about that too. I'd like to know how it holds up, because the transmission wasn't, you know, there's the gauge obviously for the transmission temp, and it was right in the same spot that it always is in when it's not in sport mode. I just figured, you know, if you're running it at a higher RPM for a while, it'd probably get a little bit hotter, but it actually didn't. So it's definitely a system that appears to be engineered pretty well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the sport mode thing. I just thought it was something cool, something that I'd share with you guys. And also, the orange truck is leaking fuel, and I just want to let you guys know that it passed inspection and stuff, because I kind of had my doubts, but it did pass. So, yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for today, guys. It's kind of just a little video, just kind of a little update video. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for stuff you want me to do in the future, let me know. So yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Again, if you want to, like, you know, comment something about, you know, the sport mode and whatever else, if you guys have one of those trucks, then feel free to do so. And also, this channel hit 6,000 subscribers, and I never said anything about it, but we hit 6K, so that's pretty sweet. There'll be a whole bunch more stuff coming soon when it comes to, I don't know, truck stuff like that. So yeah, all right, that's pretty much gonna do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys.